Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Scrivener. I'm back again this week with another story for you. This is a fun story called Scribble Stones. It's about the journey of a little stone. What inspired me to choose this story for you all this week is I was out on a walk and I just happened to look down on the sidewalk. I saw a little scribble stone that had been decorated by someone, and it was just left there for somebody else to find. And as I looked down at it, it was decorated so fun and colorful. It put a smile on my face, and it made me think of this story. And so I thought, what a great story. I should read that to the boys and girls this week. And so that's why I chose Scribble Stones. I hope you like it as much as I do. This story was written and illustrated by Diane Albert. She actually wrote this story and dedicated it to her children, Ryan and Anna, who loved to play with a giant stone pile in the backyard, which inevitably inspired this story. This story is about one happy stone who was gray and round and rarely alone. He lived with the others, all stacked in a pile, who waited calmly with a large, friendly smile. Each stone had a purpose, but it wasn't known yet. Some would be landscaping and some a stone pet. There were so many things that the stones could be. The hardest part was just waiting to see. Stone knew that his purpose would brighten someone's day. He just wasn't sure how or in what kind of way. He imagined the things that he might soon become as he watched all the stones get picked one by one. But his happy face slowly turned to a frown as he watched the tall pile start to dwindle on down. And although he was worried, he tried not to care until it was clear he was the last one there. Then it finally happened. Stone was quickly picked up. He was placed on a desk next to a very large cup. As Stone looked around, he thought, "This is so great," but he soon discovered he was a dull paperweight. "I'm supposed to bring happiness, not hold paper still. There must be a mistake. This just can't be my skill." Then all of a sudden, a splatter flew high, and then some bright scribbles came wiggling by. They were headed right toward the short paper stack, and they filled up the paper on the front and the back. They were all making art, and it was happening so fast. Stone feared that the paper would simply not last. He couldn't believe just how much the pile grew. Then he heard a small cry from the fun splatter crew. "We knew that this pile was getting too tall. There's no more paper. We've used it all." The scribbles all cried. They now saw it too. "This is a disaster. Oh, what will we do?" Stone didn't want the scribbles to cry, so he thought of something they could all try. He slowly rolled down the very large pile and said, "I know how to make you all smile. I know I'm not paper, but I like art too. Do you think you could spare some red, yellow, and blue?" They loved the idea and could not wait to start. Scribble began making a happiness heart. Splatter then painted some pale baby blue. Another scribble added a sunny gold hue. It didn't take long before more stones showed up, and soon the line grew behind the large red cup. To Stone's surprise, he was picked up once more. He had never heard of this happening before. More art was added, and he was on his way to become a small gift to brighten someone's day. Nearby, another stone's journey had begun. He was spreading such happiness and having great fun. Every time he traveled, someone added their part. Sometimes just a scribble, sometimes fancy art. With each new layer, there was a story to share, and soon scribble stones were seen everywhere. They traveled the planet. It was quite an event, bringing happiness and fun wherever they went. Now thousands of stones inspire creativity each day, all because of a paperweight with a will and a way. All right, boys and girls, that's the end of our story. I like the journey of the little stone. He wanted to do big things with his life and started out kind of rough as a paperweight, and he knew that there was more that he wanted to do. So he ended up bringing happiness to everyone, lots of people. And the back of our book actually has a really cool project that I thought you guys would like, which is another reason I wanted to choose this book for you this week. It's the Scribble Stone Art Project. And how it works, it's pretty easy. You find a rock outside, any size, it really doesn't matter, and then you decorate it any way that you choose. You can maybe add a happiness heart, you can add stickers, you can do Sharpies, paint, really whatever supplies you have around your house. And then you give it away, and then someone else finds it, and maybe they add some art to it, and then they give it away, and then on and on and on. So the little stone just keeps bringing joy to lots of people. I actually made my own scribble stone this week. I just went outside, I found a rock, and we just had a few colors of paint around the house, and I used a Sharpie to help with the face. But I'm going to actually go outside and take a walk and leave this scribble stone somewhere for someone to find and hopefully bring a smile to their face. So maybe you guys can do that too. Maybe one of you will even find my scribble stone this week. If you want to send me pictures of your stones, I'd love to see them. You can email me. Yeah, I would love to hear from you all and see your stones. And hopefully maybe you'll get time this week to make a scribble stone and hide it. All right, bye boys and girls. See you next week.